Saturday night, April the 19th, the vigilante of the resurrection from New Orleans, Louisiana. For the last couple of days, my wife and I are traveling on the road to sightseeing the beautiful scenes of the United States. Today we are in New Orleans. We were in the French Quarter in downtown New Orleans. This is a short video of what we have video this afternoon. Ngày 19 tháng 4 năm 2025, chúng tôi tới French Quarter ở tại thành phố New Orleans. Đây là những thước phim kỷ niệm tới French Quarter. Bà xã có vui không? Kỷ niệm không? Kỷ niệm tới French Quarter nè. Ở đây thì nó cũng giống như khung cảnh ở bên Pháp. Sinh hoạt họ đi ra ngoài một chút cũng vui lắm, ồn ào. Nhưng mà không ăn thua gì so với Việt Nam hết. Ở đây là khung cảnh ở tại French Quarter, New Orleans, Louisiana. Hôm nay hai vợ chồng đi lang thang tới đây. Vậy đó. Kỷ niệm có mặt ở tại French Quarters, Louisiana. Ở đây có nhiều món lắm. Và đương nhiên mùa này là crawfish. Mùa này crawfish rất là vui. That is the short video. We have video that we were in French Quarter in New Orleans, Louisiana. While driving on the road, I have received messages from my friends in Vietnam and in the USA stating that your client, Nguyễn Phương Hằng, aka Christine Nguyễn, went viral on the YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, etc. And her fans also went on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, stating that you already sent the certified mail to me and I already received it, signed it. So the court will have a session and I will be in jail. Aloysius Hoàng will be in jail. Hoàng Duy will be in jail. He will be bankrupt. We already filed a claim with ICE, depriving his wife of green card. He will be bankrupted. She will be deported out of the USA, claiming that I stole $500,000. Your client said that. I stole $500,000 from the community. Well, I laughed in despise. For the last couple of months after she was released early from jail for defaming a lot of people, attacking a lot of people, I despised her words and her attitude and her actions. I tell you that. So, when my friends told me that you have sent a certified mail to me, I laughed. You and I are not strangers. I know you. You are a professional lawyer. And I also am a lawyer. Furthermore, I was the president of the Vietnamese community of Houston and vicinities. And I was the first Vietnamese City Council of Houston. So, I always confront and answer. I do not run away like your client is claiming. Well, I ask my friends to text me the addresses. They said on the internet, on YouTube, on TikTok, you wrote a certified letter to me. Those addresses, to me, they are bogus. I have never resided in those addresses even a day. So I told my friends, Lloyd Kelly is a professional. He knows exactly what to do. He knows that I am a registered Republican and I have registered my address with officials in Texas. Those addresses are not mine. I reside at another place and I travel around. So those addresses are bogus. And I have never received any letter from your office. But because of your clients claiming on the internet, I provide a courtesy to you that I have knowledge that your client is claiming such thing. Well, let me respond to you. I have not read your letter. Whatsoever your client is claiming, I told her numerous times when she was in Vietnam and I was in Vietnam. I provide the address for her to file claims and sue me in Vietnam. She claimed that she has 30 lawyers to file a claim against me. I immediately gave her the address in Vietnam and said to her, I am waiting for the lawsuit. I told her, go ahead, file a lawsuit with your 30 lawyers. You're rich, you're claiming that. And you said that I don't have any money. Yes, I don't have any money. But I gave her the address in Vietnam and wait for the lawsuit. Because the law and the jurisdiction is Vietnam, not the USA. I told her Vietnam has the statute 331. If someone defames someone and has been found guilty by the court, that person is going to jail like you. That is Nguyễn Phương Hằng, aka Christy Nguyễn, your client. She went to jail for that. A couple of years for defaming and attacking a lot of people, including the officials. So the jurisdiction is Vietnam, not the USA. I told her that. For some reason, she came to Cyprus. She hired a law firm in Cyprus, claiming that they are going to file a lawsuit against me in Cyprus in the international court. I laughed in despise. I told those attorneys, go ahead. Cyprus has no jurisdiction on me. I'm going to swipe the letter and the court documents. Go ahead, do that. The jurisdiction is Vietnam and maybe in Texas. Well, the lawyers didn't do anything. Now it's your office. If whatsoever your client is claiming is the truth, I am responding to you out of courtesy. First, for about 3 years ago, I supported your client for doing charities. But I also claimed that her words, her verbal expression is not good. She needs to restrain from that, especially attacking all the people and the officials. That is not good for her. Well, the court in Vietnam found her guilty of attacking and defaming people, defaming officials, and a lot of public figures. She went to jail because of the Statute 331. And while she was in jail, a lot of her anti-fans insulted her, claiming that she is a bad person, an adulterer, before she married to her current husband. They told a lot of things on the internet. But I still supported her. I said she is a good person for doing charitable works. But she needs to refrain herself from verbal expression that is not necessary. She was released early. I went on my YouTube and told a lot of people I'm happy for her, but she already learned a lesson. Hopefully she will not go live stream and attacking people. She at first told the crowd that she is not going to live stream anymore. I was so happy. But one day, just after 2 or 3 weeks, she was released from prison. She live streamed and said she is going to reveal the truth of the monk Minh Tuệ. She is on the pinnacle. She cannot fall down into the dirt. Well, I went on my YouTube immediately, told her she shouldn't do that because she was just released from jail and she was on probation. She should wait and don't say anything. And then she said she's not going to say anything. A couple of days later, she went on live stream again, stating that she is preserving her assertion. She will whip the monk Minh Tuệ. I again went on YouTube and said, you assert that you whipped people, never wrong, because you are on the pinnacle. But in the past, you were wrong many times. I read at least 2 articles in the past. The Vietnamese news media released that. She was so ashamed and mad at me because of those articles I read. I told her there are more, especially the clip of the rolling waves of love with a Vietnamese herbal doctor, Võ Hoàng Yên, expressing her love to him with rolling waves in me while she is still living with her husband and having a child with her husband. I told her I don't want to replay that video again on the internet. Millions of people already viewed and heard of that video. So I told her, if you are going to attack the monk Minh Tuệ, I will be the first brick. I told her that. Well, sometime in October the year 2024, she live streamed. At first, she didn't attack the monk Minh Tuệ. She got some old woman. She said that that old lady is the representative of the Vietnamese Revolutionary Reform Party, aka Việt Tân. That old lady is the representative, came to her with a scheme that your client, Kristen Nguyễn, aka Nguyễn Phương Hằng, and her fans should travel to Gia Lai, that is on the high plateau of Vietnam, fighting to free the monk. And with the monk and his fans, they are going to overthrow the Vietnamese government. When I heard of that, I laughed in despise, because the Viet Tân, aka the Vietnamese Revolutionary Reform Party, has been listed as a terrorist group by the Vietnamese government. And by Vietnamese government, the law stated very clearly, anyone knows of such thing has to report to the government, has to report to the police, and has to take action detaining that person until the police comes. So I laughed. I said, I don't believe her words. To me, that is a blatant lie. She is a blatant liar, a crooked person for making up, fabricating a story like that, endangering the life of the old lady and her family. I do not believe that, because with my experience in the USA, you already know me. I've been the president of the Vietnamese community and vicinities, and I have been a leader of an anti-communist party against the Vietnamese government now. My experience, I told on my YouTube, there's no such thing, because no such party is going to send a person like that to represent and to review such a big scheme like that. Is endangering their partisans, their members. I don't believe that. I told her flatly, that is a very stingy scheme, bad scheme. I don't believe you. You are a big liar. And to me, if such a member of my party doing like that, I would sentence that person to death, because it is endangering the members of my party. That is my opinion. I have that right. Tons of people in Vietnam supported my view, and because of that, your client got mad. She always believes that she is the best, the top of the world. That's what it is. She, as her biological son, claimed that she is a narcissist person. She's a narcissist. Her son, her biological son, revealed a lot of things on the internet, that she's a mistress to her current husband. Her son revealed a lot of things and blamed her for many wrongdoings. And I relied on those facts to have my opinion. Do I have that right? Yes, I do have that right. So after that live stream, she brought that old lady on stage. With that kind of scheme, nobody believed her. She got mad at me. A week later, she live streamed. She attacked me first. Many fabrications, stating that I came to her place asking to be her advisor, and she didn't accept me. But I was trying to erase the statute 331, implying that I was trying to overthrow the Vietnamese government. And because of my background as an anti-communist, that is very dangerous to me. She claimed that I had a bunch of lawyers trying to do that. That is a fabrication, and that fabrication endangering my life in Vietnam and my friends. So that fabrication, the rules and regulation and the law to determine this case is Vietnam. It's Vietnamese law, not the USA. I told her that she is defaming me, and if she filed a claim against me, I file a counterclaim. Not only that, later on, she said she has 30 lawyers to file a claim against me. I said, go ahead. I gave the address in Vietnam. She didn't dare to do that. She used what we call a bogus agent, claiming that I was a robber in Houston. I was impeached by the Vietnamese community, etc. and etc. And that is not true. You, Kelly, Lloyd Kelly, in Houston, you know exactly what happened. So I said, go ahead. I don't care. File a claim anywhere. But I told my viewers that I'm going to leave Vietnam at the end of the year, bringing my wife to the USA, trying to obtain the green card. She and her friends went on the social media, stated that I cannot leave Vietnam and I would be in jail for years. I laughed. I despised. I told my viewers and I told your client, I despise such words. I despise such attitude, a despicable action. Do I have that right? Yeah, I do. And when I arrived in Houston with my wife, she was in Cyprus. She hired a law firm over there. And as I already told you, the lawyers over there said they are going to file a claim against me in Cyprus and in the international court. I said, go ahead. I will teach her a lesson. Cyprus and the international courts do not have any jurisdiction on me. And now she hired your law firm. I congratulate you. Go ahead, take the case. Charge her. Charge her steeply. She has money. Go ahead. I understand that. As a lawyer, you just do your profession and I will defend. I will hire a law firm to defend my case because I'm traveling a lot. Especially, I already stated very clearly since 2020 that I retired early. I closed my law firm and I relocate myself in Vietnam. So I will hire a law firm and I will ask the court for attorney's fee. First of all, she claims that I defame her. Tell me the fact. The fact. Not such thing like, oh, pursuant to Texas Remedy Code, you are defaming my client. Such words and words. Come on. That's a child. You and I know exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is. In Texas, you have to state it very clearly. What video, what line is the fact that is false? You know, your client is a public figure because she has millions of followers and fans. So her words and things that she is doing is in public interest. And in accordance to Texas law, the anti-SLAPP statute, She has to establish the prima facie of the elements of defamation. First, the fact. Which fact? Or because that I have my opinion. I don't believe such thing. While I have the fact that she is defaming me. For instance, for the last couple of days, she said that I stole $500,000 from the Vietnamese community. Because of that, I was impeached by the community. Really? I will file a counterclaim for that. That not only a defamation, also an insult. So, first, the fact. What fact that I said is defaming her? Second, malicious intent. Those facts, if I made with honest mistake, she is a public figure, you know, she has no case against me. While at first, I already told you, I was trying to help her, preventing her to attack all the people. And because of that, she was in jail. That is her character, her habit. That's not good. So malicious intent? No way. But I can prove her malicious intent. If she file a claim against me, what I have said, go ahead and file against me. But why? Fabricating facts that I stole $500,000 from the Vietnamese community, and I was impeached for that. Today, I'm telling you, but also to make a record asking your client to apologize to me. If your client does not apologize to me, it shows her malicious intent. Like the last time she said she has an attorney, and only 24 hours, that person went up and claiming this and that and told on the social media that I was a robber, a thief in Houston. And her words for the last week corroborating that fact is with malicious intent. I have scolded that person numerous times. And now she repeats that version, a fabrication with malicious intent. So I have the case, not her. Go ahead and file a lawsuit. First of all, my lawyer will file with the court that the court has no jurisdiction. Vietnam has jurisdiction. And I already relocated myself in Vietnam. I have publicly gave my address in Vietnam, not in the USA. The event happened in Vietnam, not in the USA. The law governs the case is Vietnam's law, not the US law, not Texas law. So the court here in Texas has no jurisdiction. And for some reason, the court has jurisdiction. Okay, she has to prove on the prima facie that the case can survive in accordance to the anti-SLAPP statute here in Texas. Or it is a mere opinion protected by the First Amendment. I have my right, freedom of speech. And for sure, I will file a claim against her for defamation, for harassment, for frivolous lawsuit, etc. And we are going to the end on this. I have the upper hand, not her, not you, not your law firm, but I understand that you as an attorney, you are hired by her. She has to pay you. Charge her steeply. I'm fine with that. And I will ask for my attorney's fee, court fees, punitive damages, for sure. So I'm not going to say any apology to her, and I demand an apology from her. Clear? From your law firm. Go ahead. And stating that I have received a certified mail from you, that's bogus. Those addresses are not my addresses, and I do not know what it is. I'm traveling around, and if I reside in Texas, I reside with one of my siblings, and those are not the addresses. But I have designated my address to receive lawsuit in Vietnam, sent to that place, or with the address that I have filed with the officials here in the USA. Those addresses that your client claimed that you've sent to me are bogus. And you know, there is a YouTuber in Vietnam by the name of Jimmy Huỳnh released that. And you know who is Jimmy Huỳnh? Jimmy Huỳnh has been arrested by the Vietnamese government for deception and taking all the folks' property for himself. And he has been sentenced by the Vietnamese government for 36 months. So that person released your letter online. It means that you are assimilating your law firm, yourself, with that bunch of crooks. That your client that you are representing has a record. She was sentenced to jail, and she was in jail for defaming all the people. That I will bring up with the court too, to show her character. Well, my video is quite long. Thank you for listening to me. Go ahead, charge her. I don't mind. But I haven't received your certified letter. File claims, I will have a law firm to answer. And definitely, I will file a counterclaim for defamation, frivolous lawsuit, harassment, etc. Your client's fans went viral on the social media that I will be arrested and in jail for many years in Texas because of this lawsuit. Well, you and I know exactly defamation is a civil case. It's not criminal. Not like in Vietnam and in other countries. Defamation can be criminalized, but not the US. It's civil. You have the option to advise your client. Else, I just despise because of unworthy opponent. Unworthy. To me, it's unworthy. Okay? That's the reason why I despised her so much. Despicable person to me. Okay? Well, so long. And thank you to all viewers.